reality, my mentality. Everything changes so rapidly, and I'm ready for the never-ending fire. Dancing with my deepest, dark desires. Miracle, how empirical. Don't know anything quite hysterical. Everything around me transpires as I fulfill my darkest desire.
Yo, what's up guys, Impulsive here, and today I'm bringing a video on FNAF news. So, we got some more news on the Prankster, which is Fazbear Frights book 11, and we actually got the full description for it. So, as you can see on the screen, we see this small little description there, and then below it we see the new actual description. So, I mean the synopsis at the top, and we see that's where we got the title reveal. So yeah, here's the description. Standing up for yourself can be hard. Jeremiah decides he's done being the butt of his co-workers' jokes at their small game studio. That's the first story. I'm guessing, I have a feeling the prankster, I would think. Joel is counting the days until he can quit his family's garden center and hit the road to a new life. Alright. Okay, that's a thing. I don't know what the three stories will be besides the prankster. So, that's the second story, I guess. Amy finally works up the courage to ditch her loud-mouthed, annoying friend at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Okay, that's the third story, I guess. But when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, even the most well-meaning actions can reap horrible consequences. That's kind of the plot of my Fazbear Frights story that I wrote for Ozone's competition, where somebody was left behind, a friend was left behind, and that ended up and something bad happened because of that. Kind of reminds me of that for some reason. Anyway, let's go through this. So somebody on Discord named Wekiek, beautiful name, might I add, just set out in Ozone's Discord, talking about what they think could happen in the three stories. So I'm going to read off what they say, and I'm going to talk a little bit about each. For the prankster description, Jeremiah's story is definitely going to be related to Jeremy and FNAF VR. That does seem like it will be the case, because Game Studio, obviously, connected to FNAF VR, because that's the only place we see a Game Studio, and it's probably not the other games, because those didn't have a game studio. It was just one person making them. In real life, just Scott. But in the game universe, it was most likely just the equivalent of Scott, and not a game studio. So this is probably connected to FNAF VR, kind of like in the flesh. And also the name Jeremiah, it is pretty similar to Jeremy. In fact, I know somebody in real life named Jeremy that people like to call Jeremiah. So yeah. The prankster also seems like it will be connected to FNAF 4 and Foxy Bro, definitely. But the description says Jeremiah decides he's done being the butt of his co-workers' jokes at their small game studio. So that seems like maybe he's going to get revenge, like he's going to stand up for himself, I guess, as the beginning says. There's two situations I could see for this. One is that it could be where Crying Child actually stands up to Michael or Foxy Bro, whoever you believe Foxy Bro is. Whether you believe is Michael or somebody else, it doesn't matter. It could be a universe where Crying Child stands up to Foxy Bro, right? Or it could be telling us that Crying Child wasn't the only one bullied. What if Foxy Bro was also a kid that was bullied? I feel like that could have been a possibility, and that would actually explain, like, some people who, especially the people who believe Mike Victim, believe that in Step Closer, Pete represents Crying Child, mostly because he's bullied. But it could actually be that could have actually been establishing that Foxy Bro was also bullied, and it could have been that, and maybe that's the reason he bullies Crying Child, because he's like taking it out on him. It's definitely partially because of jealousy, because like he's pretty much ignored by William. But maybe it could also be partially because he was bullied as well, and he needs to take out his anger on something. So yeah, The next story, Joel's story, is hard to figure out, but I'm going to assume it's supposed to be Crying Child's story merely based off the counting days until he can quit. And Crying Child was counting down the days until his birthday. That could be the case, because like in FNAF 4, we're just like 5 days into the party, 4 days into the party, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, and then 0 days. It could be. I could see that, but like we don't have too much to go off of, so it might not be. But hey, it's possible. And the final story. And Amy's story could possibly be about Henry and William's relationship. That's actually a good idea. It could be that. But I think the more likely chance is the MCI. Also could be that. Could be that like Amy left her friend behind, and that friend ended up being a victim of the MCI or something like that. That's possible. So then it says, so those are my theories on the Book 11 stories. Also, Jeremiah's story can be kind of like the alternative universe where if Crying Child actually stood up for himself and instead pranked Foxy Bro. Pranking Foxy Bro, I don't think it would go that far, but maybe standing up for himself could be that. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think these stories could be about. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you like my other videos, please do consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And +7 out, and peace.